more can I say?
Top Billin.
All right, Top Billin, let's talk a little bit of strategy and execution for this game that I cannot absolutely wait for between Auburn and Florida. So in the live stream, I did a little bit of this. I wanted to kind of get some stuff out so people could see what I was talking about on both ends right here. So we'll just go through some concepts or what these teams do well or what they can do to defend. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to have a little fun with it right here. All right, so I talked about Auburn's ability to bend the edge in the run game, right? While it might not have the traditional success that it may have with the between the tackles runs, right, against Florida. People are forgetting that Florida is absolutely loaded just like Auburn is in its front, right? But what Auburn does is has the ability to bend the edge in the run game. So we're going to see jet sweep right here by Anthony Schwartz, the fastest man in football. How do you defend something like that, right? Super hard to defend because a lot of people are not going to go outside of themselves, right? They're going to still rush the passer like you want to rush and get after Bo Nix. This man can escape the pocket with the best of them, detach with the best of them. He's a great athlete. So what do you do to combat that? In my opinion, instead of rushing upfield like we see right here with number 42, I'm not even sure he rushes upfield. I actually think he takes kind of an inside move, right? And that's breach city right there. Edge breach city. Then you're going to have to replace, right, with your linebackers coming to replace this way. And you're out leveraged. You'll see when we let it go right there, you're out leveraged. So we'll go a little bit right here, right? This is not a highlight channel. This is a film study. No full plays will be shown. Stuff will be slowed down, pause, and rewound ad nauseam, all right? So here we go right here. All right, so this sweep actually has a lead with it, with the H-back coming. Now you see, look at the move that they take, right? So look, the tackle and the both ends are both taking inside moves. You gonna take inside move with a potential jet sweep on the board? They just let him go. Come on, they just let him go and let him fertilize himself. Now they're outflanked on the edges, right? You gonna get yourself a chop block by the H-back? Absolutely done. Now look at this. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 3 blockers. With Anthony Schwartz with the ball in his hand, you're out leveraged, right? So you know what the rest of that is about. So what happens if you do this? You're stout enough in the middle like I believe Florida could be, right? Ventrell Miller here, Dunlap, Zuniga, David Reese, and all these boys. You feeling good. Because what do they want to do? They want to lighten the box, right? They want to have a light box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Light box in case something can get the work off in the middle. Suppose you bow out this way. You rushing upfield this way, keeping contained, right? With the ability to rush and try to flush Bo Nix right here into where Dunlap and Schuler and all these guys are. To me, that would be the move. You rush out there, keep outside contained, and then you try to force the jet sweep guy back on the inside as well. Then you hope that you can stop with an organic pass rush, somebody like Malik Miller or whomever they'll have in here, Jatavius Whitlow, working on the inside. All right, look at Florida right here. We know what Florida's about with Ty Grantham, his defensive coordinator, a.k.a. Dr. Pressure, right? You have Dr. Pressure, but I wonder what's Dr. Pressure feeling about himself and his team right here. Dr. Pressure's usually he's with it, right? He wants to press up on receivers, really make it hard for them. We see him going against my man from Tennessee right here, the backup quarterback, but look at the spacing, right? All right, they're playing a combination coverage, right? Man-to-man on the inside, receiver zone on the outside. But we see how this right here got a little bit of a delay right there. Up front, they're taking inside moves, but check this out right here. I want to know what Auburn's offensive line is going to be doing against Florida's defensive line as well right here. You got John Grenard. See him putting pressure. See him coming around, running the arc, putting pressure, flushing the QB, right? So you can totally see that being Bo Nix right here, trying to make a play right here. But you got to understand where you're at. It's not man-to-man this time. We already know what it is. You're literally throwing into zone coverage. Marco Wilson sitting right there as a cornerback. Affects the pass. Picked off, right? All right, now look at this. All right, I can see Florida being hurt with shoddy tackling on the back end, especially if it's going to his zone coverage with spacing like this. So we see 3 to the field right here. We know his zone. Marco Wilson's still over here in his normal post, despite the fact that there are no receivers over here. So Bo Nix is able to get rid of the ball quick. What is this right here? Run pass option, right? Pass tag on the back of a run call. You can see the line block and run. They get rid of the ball quick. Big receivers, Seth Williams and these guys, or even Canella, or some pretty big, powerful receivers that can get it done in space right here. What happens? They get the ball in space with these guys, and then you got this terrible tackling from Florida, able to get these guys to manufacture a little bit of yardage, right? Yards after the catch. They got to be with it, man. Florida needs to get that tackling together. They can't give up chunk plays just because they can't tackle. One thing that Florida has to do is be able to give itself enough time to shoot the ball downfield, right? You see the split safety coverage right here, Tampa 2. I think Auburn struggles on the back end, period, right? Noah Igbenogany, not that big of a fan of his. I'm not sure he's that good, to be honest with you. You have Javaris Davis over here, he's all right himself, a pretty good athlete or whatever like that, but not impressed with the safeties the further the ball goes down the field. I think Jeremiah Denson's a good tackler, but this cat like Sherwood, these guys can't cover downfield in my opinion. So you got to be able to shoot the ball downfield. Mississippi State missed a prime opportunity right here to run in the inside post against split safety coverage. You made Sherwood have to get on his horse, right, and be able to defend like a cornerback. We know Florida can go deep with that. You see right here, front facing play action fake. So you know it's zone. You're going to see them traveling down the field, but they're going to be guarding this particular area right here. So this converts to man coverage right here with Sherwood. What do we have right here? Look, he gets spun like a dreidel for no reason. He's not even stemming right now or nothing, but look at him. He's flipping his hips or attempting to look like he's about to flip his hips to try to run. He gets stemmed. Oh, look at that. He got stemmed real bad, man. Stemmed real bad. Shuffles his feet. He's beat bad, right? And one of the things that I know or I believe is that Kyle Trask won't miss this type of play. So matter of fact, let's check this out. All right, very similar setup to the Mississippi State play. We have tight splits right here, working into the boundary. Everybody bunched in together. You have Swain right here, Freddie Swain running a post. So I said before, I think Florida has a top 5 receiver core, especially when you add in a freak like Kyle Pitts, who I think could give Auburn absolute hell. Not sure Auburn has anybody to cover this guy on the inside. Wouldn't be Papo, KJ Britt, as great as those players are or have a chance to be. I don't think they can mess with Kyle Pitts yet, but let's check this out right here. As always, front-facing play action fake. Let's look at what Trask is all about, right? On the set right here, let it develop. Man, he's not even having to put anything in it. Pretty decent arm strength right there. You don't have to totally lead him. Put it on him. Touchdown. I can totally see that happening, depending on what Auburn is trying to do on the back end. Are they going to run the split safety coverage? They probably are, because I believe they can organically stop the run. As a matter of fact, let's get into that right now. All right, if we're talking about organically stopping the run, this is where Auburn shines, in my opinion. Its ability to reset the line of scrimmage. So we see where the line of scrimmage is at right here. They're not going to breach this particular area right here. They're going to be playing on the other team's side of the line of scrimmage. See him fire off the ball, 4-man front. Nobody's moving, right? Nobody's moving. Look at this. Mississippi State doomed. Gap integrity. Tons of gap integrity. Tons of gapstinence, right? Never be in another man's gap. Auburn preaches gapstinence, and they adhere to it. Look at that. Colin Hill had nowhere to run. Nowhere. Same deal right here, right? 4-man front. This time, you get a cat blitz right off the corner. Not sure. What are they reading somebody on this particular play? Looks like it's a little bit of a read. Maybe they're reading the inside. Maybe they're reading KJ Britt right here. I'm not exactly sure on this, but with the cat blitz, your man Colin Hill is unable to get to the outside. See the line of scrimmage right here being breached. People getting pushed back. Everybody getting a chance to help, man. Don't sleep on Kevin Steele, man. He's one of the top 5 defensive coordinators in the country as well. Come on, Igbenogany. You got to get this guy on the ground. All right, check this creativity out right here, right? Overload packages with heavy emphasis on the exterior. I wonder if someone like Kyle Trask has the ability to audible into this. I think this was like 3rd and 8 or something like this. What would a normal person do? What would somebody like the General Jake Fromm do at Georgia in a situation like this? He would have the ability to probably audible in this into an inside zone or something like that, right? The entire middle of the field opens up. Colin Hill one-on-one with their safety. It's probably either a touchdown or at least a first down, right? But they still run with the play, and you can see the overload, the exterior overload. Auburn with just a bunch of freak athletes. Look at Marlon Davidson right here, 30 years old, still getting it done in college. One of the best there is, running the arc, right? Arm under move, flushing the pocket. Jeremiah Denson, very good player. Owen Papo, the freak athlete himself, the freak. Making life hard. This was a freshman quarterback right here, so he had no chance. He had nothing to offer in that particular portion of football as far as pre-snap recognition, the ability to get their team into a better play. All right, emerging superstar on the scene right here, my man Kyle Pitts, tight end at Florida. What do you do with this right here? There goes that man. Look at him. Outside stem, jerked him. Right? My man don't know what to do, right? It looks like he wanted to shoot the jam. He wanted to shoot the jam, but he's like, man, I don't want to touch this dude, man. Look at him. He missed. He's like, I don't really want to touch this dude. Kyle Pitts is already by him. Look at him. He's always looking for help from his buddy. He's like, come on, man. It's like one dude beating up two guys. He's like, come on, man, help me out, man. What are we doing here? Uncovered super quick. They even try to hold him. It's just too powerful, man. Look how he's built. Look at it. Spread his herb ass on the grass like fertilizer. Not sure if Auburn has an answer for that. Not one organically. But what do? It's too many receivers on the field, right? You're going to have to eventually man up, and somebody's going to get man coverage against Kyle Pitts, and I really don't see anybody on Auburn that can corral him in that manner. All right, this is concerning if you're a Florida fan right here. One of the worst run games I've ever seen on a high-level football team, in my opinion. And look who's involved in this one right here. You get two guesses, and they both don't count. Number 56, Gene DeLance. All right. See right here, straight ahead power. Got a little bit of an ISO. What is DeLance doing on this right here? You at least got to get your man before you combo up to the next level. You pretty much just check up off of him like you're a cornerback and let the man shoot through. Look at this. Come on, man. This is Towson. You're at the goal line. He has no chance. Right? LaMichael P. Ryan, who I call P. Diddy because he's always dancing in the backfield. This isn't even his fault right here on this particular one right here. Got to get this stuff together. I don't think Florida's going to be able to get it done with the between the tackles run game. I think the pass protection might be a little better than people think, but the run game, I think, has very little chance to succeed. Maybe if Damian Pierce is in the game. So I don't know. What can they do? Can they run reverses, like something like this to kind of manufacture and be on that type of time right here? But even this right here is a little Lucas Crow right here with his run blocking. He's beat real easily by a Towson defender right here. Complete edge breach. Now look, what the outside contain does right here, forces Van Jefferson to the inside. Luckily enough, he's a very good athlete, and he's able to make something out of nothing, right? So we're going to have to see a little bit of variance in the run game from Florida, I think, for it to have a little bit of success, right? It can't be all passing. It's probably going to be mostly passing, though. All right, here's one of the only times LaMichael P. Ryan was successful. You're going to have a G lead right here. Got Brett Hagee leading up through right here on a skip pull. And that create a little bit of an extra gap, right? Repositioning itself. No dancing in the backfield from P. Ryan, P. Diddy. Shoot it up in there, man. Get off that inside hip. Lower that pad level. Get after it. But I don't see that happening against Auburn that much at all, if I'm being honest about anything. All right, I love the Prodigy's ability to get rid of the ball in the face of adversity. And we see, look, normal set right here with Auburn going to its inline tight end. Cam Martin in the block. Thing looks pretty good right there. However, right here, Florida's got some of the best set of edge players in the country. I definitely want to see a matchup between John Grenard, who would be probably right here, and Prince Tega right here. Man, Prince, think he's decent, but I don't know if he has much to offer John Grenard. Just look at this right here. My man's bending over at his waist. Yeah, John Grenard to eat that up right here. So luckily for him, that's the Prodigy right here. Step up in the pocket, deliver that bad boy. But man, come on, I keep seeing this from my man Bo Nix right here. He does kind of have a three-quarter delivery. He doesn't really turn it over like that. Look at that. It's almost like There's a little bit of a sidearm to him. Crazy, right? It's got a little bit of flavor to it, but my boy is accurate. So I don't know what. It's the future right there, man. Ain't nothing like the future. The Prodigy. Speaking of the Prodigy right here, you want to go into your zone sets. Seth Williams right here with a cut split. Running a corner route on this bad boy. The Prodigy puts it on him. They'll live with these 20-yard gains. Front-facing play action fake. Let's see what's going on with the line. Prince Taker does a little bit better right here. But that's not John Grenard. But look at my man, the Prodigy. Puts it on him. So, all right, a lot of stuff to look forward to in this particular game. Both defensive fronts are elite. Both offensive lines are very suspect. I would say that overall talent, especially when healthy, C.J. Henderson come back, Jabari Zuniga, Sean Davis, all these guys like that. Top to bottom, I think Florida is a more talented team. I think Auburn may be a little bit better run team, right? I think Auburn is the future, but I think Florida has to have this right now. Not sure it's going to be as good as Auburn will be in the future, but we'll see how recruiting goes. But if you watch the live stream, I did go, I think 24-20 or something like that in favor of Florida. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the other way, man. I'm just hoping for a really good game between two talented teams. It's going to be super fun to watch. Man, I feel like I want to go to sleep right now and just wake up when that game happens. I'm tired of the speculation. It's going to be a heavyweight slugfest. Could get really defensive out there. When it gets really defensive out there, man, you know your boy is super excited, man. So if it's a low-scoring game or something like that, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat, right? But there you have it. Gave you the preview I said I was going to give you right there. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hashtag Real Men Watch to the end. Hashtag spread this bad boy around. I know it's Friday and everything like that. Not a good day for content, but still, I got it out there, right? Make sure you check in with your boy, man, on them live streams Tuesdays and Thursday nights. We can talk more football. But with that being said, it's your boy Murf, top Billin Sports. I am the Underground King, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.